Your mic is locked on there, Moss. I don't hear you. You want to go pirating? In the blue? Happy Monday, everyone. Early stream, why not? 07s, everybody. Shem, Lotioned. Vengeful Devil, welcome to the channel. Keep her off. Hanging out all day. Like most of you, appreciate all the support. 07, Machete Mike, how you doing? We're on PTU. The patch notes are up to date in the ticker there. If you guys are wondering what the heck I'm talking about, maybe it's your first time in the channel. The top ticker is live stream stuff if I'm updating it, which I haven't been recently because it's PTU. Glossary. Next one below that's patch notes. Next one below that is scheduled deliveries and the delta between the last time we reported these scheduled deliveries to you. And let's flip this over to live and hit record on everything. 07s, everyone. And we're 5 subs away from doing an instant giveaway for a ground vehicle with LTI. Also, the Reclaimer giveaway is ongoing. Make sure you guys get in on that. 07s. What else did I update? Patch notes are good. I think it's everything. Oh, if you guys are wanting to know my Verpal update on, my joystick spring breaking just a couple days ago, Verpal's already sending out springs. No questions asked. Just shipping them. I already got a notice. I think it was early this morning or something. Hello. Hey, let's fix this camera up here. There we go. Let's crank this music up because this is Hypnocurrency. The dead mouse. So the plan is you want to go break into some ships, moms? And the tools are?
Yeah. Tractor beam attachment, mining attachment on the tractor beam as well. Zeta Pro boxes and mining gadgets.
So we can track them with the boxes?
No, for one, so we can just slam it into the door, the Zeta Pro box into the door with a tractor beam and armistice oats.
Is that blowing up ships?
Maybe a door. I'm hoping it would crack the door open.
Is the torch not working?
We can try the torch.
Yeah.
I don't think it's been working for a bit. Like, they did something with the Torch 1 micro patch, and it's just been shit ever since. It'd be worth testing.
Yeah.
So we have a brand new damage model. I just want something fast. Like, extra shock trooper style.
Blue's fast.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just saying, like, in general.
Oh,
like,
damage-wise.
We roll up. Yeah, we roll up. I break out the tractor beam, smack the thing against the door, and 3 guys run in. Versus us sitting there shooting it for 3 minutes. The ballistic shotgun is basically the master key for stuff like that, but it's a couple rounds. That's not very quick.
I'm gonna soup up.
Also, I'd like to see if we can do it in a hard armistice like the outpost.
Okay. I'm gonna steal the. Is it the shield off the Banu Defender has it? Or what does the Defender have? 2 66s? Where is it?
The Suka rounds, yeah.
Actually, I gotta take the blue out so we can slow him down. Suicron is a size 2, yeah. Okay, it's gonna be a blue. And then I'll strip an Inferno for the Quantum Drive. We don't need to do that. We can leave the shield on. We need that. We'll steal the power plant. The coolers. Saved out now. There we go. One thing I'd like to switch out is the missiles.
This is the way.
Hey Nicole, thanks for subbing. How you doing? You made a homemade pot pie today? Very nice. Yeah, we're gonna leave the missiles as is. That way I don't have to run around. Okay, ship is saved. Where are we gonna gather all these things? Can I get what we need from
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
Lorville here?
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following.
I'm gonna stop by Cruel 1 and get everything we need.
Okay.
I mean, other than guns and armor. I just wanted to do some static testing, and then we can do some piracy afterwards with gear, whatever. Just meet me on Daymar, like, as soon as you give a chance.
Yeah, I got the ship up.
You could help me with the Zeta Probe mission, if you want to go and pick those up.
Yep, I can do that. I can just carry those back, right? feel like I need to get a closer version of this camera.
You are clear to launch.
Your systems are online.
Zeta Pro mission. Looking. Oh. Where's my Moby? Are they saying 30k? Nope. Am I in chat? My Moby won't open. Yeah, someone else is saying yep.
Been recovering a lot lately, so we should be okay. I mean, 50-50 chance, right? I was able to transfer my imprint.
Launch complete.
I'm just not able to open up my Moby.
You are leaving a safe zone. Landing gear up.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Well, we got armor and guns here. We can just go everything from Crew L1.
Still can't open up my Moby. There you go. There's the 30k. Well, I just had a crash. Guess I was just the lucky one experiencing it first. If you guys have a chance, go check out Mom's ticket here on the issue cancel and go add to it, please. Otherwise, they may never look at it. And then all that time we waste on reporting stuff just becomes even more of a waste. And while you're at it, check out this one too, please. Make sure you guys check it out the giveaway too. Again, exclamation mark reclaimer. Let me know when you're at the menu there, Moms.
Oh, I didn't get kicked out.
You might as well. No? It says server's full. I thought people were saying 30K in chat, and then my client crashed.
I don't know.
Hmm.
It was acting weird. Just
Yeah.
not for me.
Yeah, my Moby was straight dead.
Yeah, my Moby was dead, but like I set my med bed, I could buy stuff.
Weird. I mean, that's actually good that that's happening, and that just shows you that systems
separate
are
systems actually
independent.
working.
Yeah.
All right, send me a party invite and I'm in the menu.
I see you. Oh, even the character, it's not talking to the character loadout services yet. Yes, and thanks for doing the shout out for Moms there. If you guys have a chance, give Moms a follow as well.
Better not.
You didn't passing out? Good. You need sleep, probably. You work too much. Wow, it put me back in my ship. Above Lorville.
Didn't pull me in.
It didn't pull you in.
It's full.
I took your spot.
It puts you back
This
in
was
the
my
same
evil
service.
plan. Let me get out. And then I'll bed log. Or try to spam join on me, but I'll let you know.
Did you do US or best?
It's probably on best. Did you follow up with that apartment, Nicole? I mean, it doesn't take much to do a credit check and approve someone. Sounds like they're just... Yeah. It's your money. You tell them. And if they aren't going to run the credit, then you need to go get your money back from them. You can probably even go to the credit company and see if they ran a report, and if they didn't, you can... Better than sitting around waiting to find out that they were a scam. Better that you call them and find out they're a scam. Is this altimeter actually working? So not used to altimeters working. Amazing.
I need someone to bring a vulture over to Daymar.
Any luck getting in?
Yeah, I'm in.
Are you? Oh, okay. Then
Spammed.
I shall not bedlog. Okay, Zetaprolinate is one of the search ones, right?
Yeah. You may have to kill some dudes
I got guns.
since they updated it.
They did the interview last Friday. It is Monday. The best days to call when it's something important is either a Tuesday or a Thursday. Because Monday, they're trying to catch up, so things are crazy. Tuesday is their little break day. Wednesday is their next little... Everyone's calling on a Wednesday, middle of the week. And then Thursday is their next little break. And then Friday's rush to get it done for the weekend, right? So anytime you're looking for a raise, make an appointment with your employer on the Tuesday or Thursday. And try to do an appointment after they've had lunch, not before they've had lunch. Or take them to lunch. There's a little life advice.
Nice advice from Grandpa Marcus.
Exactly. It's better to be denied now than wait another week, right? Just call tomorrow. Call tomorrow, like, sometime in the afternoon, after they've had their lunch.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
That's not too bad.
Quantum drive is now on. Hello and welcome aboard your Drake interplanetary craft. Your systems are online. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Why is it stopping?
Quantum drive is now on. Hello and welcome aboard your Drake interplanetary craft. Your systems
Do you need me to bring any armor and utility or?
Should be good. Okay. Didn't bring a med gun though.
I didn't either. Bring another tractor beam for you. I want to definitely test the mining tool in Armistice, and then the cutting tool in Armistice as well.
So many boxes stacked up here.
Where are you at?
Is it a Prolinade on Hurston, I think?
You hadn't pulled anything out yet, right?
No.
All right, give me a second to get over there so you don't waste your time on that, because there's like a 15-minute timer.
So you're just trying to get the boxes to explode by the door?
Well, I'm trying to see if I can demo it with the Zeta Pro box. Right, just use the tractor beam and smack it hard enough into the door for it to demo the Zeta
Gotcha.
and blow open the door. I'm basically trying to exploit the current Armistice zone to see if it's possible. To give them more food for thought on how much we can break this game.
Yep.
I mean, I cracked open a caterpillar door with a med pen one time.
Is there a way to turn off the caution messages? Like proximity alert? That's always too late anyways, if you see a proximity alert.
Well, low flying, we ride that proximity alert. You can turn off the G save.
Yeah.
That's not going to help.
I already have proximity assist defaults off. They definitely need a disable warnings. That'll be a down the road thing, I'm sure. Master alarm.
I need a damn security system for the shop up here.
Just get a ubiquity. Don't waste your money on I'll hook you up on what you need. You just need some cameras. Is all you ever really need. Security systems
The main thing is the box. Like, I mean, need to log into it and be able to look at it on our phone. Right, that's what he wants.
Yeah,
and
that's ubiquity.
The one we got, it has a password on it already, and we can't get into it.
Yeah, just Google it. You'll get the default password. If that doesn't work, you just reset it.
The information that came with it was the wrong model.
Oh.
So we're kind of screwed.
Well, do you want to spend any money, like on a new system?
We're probably gonna have to because of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So just ubiquity, or I think it's UI.com, and it's pretty much plug and play. Like, you do have to like pair stuff, but that's just, it's like pairing it to your ubiquity account and to your network. It's a great way to manage traffic. But like anytime I get motion on my Ubiquity camera in the back there where the truck is, it goes right to my cell phone and it does a recording, and I can download the clip right from there, or I can download it later. That you can go to like Costco and grab one of their like Sylvania cheapo camera systems. They'll do the same trick, but I don't know about pushing.
We don't have a Costco around here.
I don't know if it would push to your cell phone though. Those Sylvania ones. I haven't looked at them.
Was it $400 just for the box? I mean, sold.
Yeah.
I just had to buy the cameras, right? You had to buy a whole system.
Yeah, the Ubiquity stuff you're gonna pay a little bit more, but Ubiquity stuff, it'll do like the whole network and everything, right? It'll do like your network traffic management, and then if you get any Wi-Fi devices, it'll do that. If you get any cameras, doorbell cameras, any of that, it'll do all of that, and it'll save it on a drive in there. They have like you really don't even need me to look it up. You just look up
Yeah, I got it right here.
yeah, what's it called? The gateway is called I want to remember it without looking it up.
Unify or something.
Unify is just one of their sub-product names.
Yeah.
Ubiquity, though. I'm gonna have to remember it.
I wish they had kits.
You
Like
don't...
8 cameras in a box.
Yeah, you could do that. So they're like... man, if I spelled it right. Or it's just UI.com, I think. UI.com. Yeah, so... You want to get... So they have their camera security there, and that's basically everything you're looking at. Like all you need is these G4 camera domes.
They're sold out.
179. Yeah, just look on Amazon. Look, Best Buy has them. Computer stores will have them. But these G4 domes are really nice, or you get these directional ones. These dome ones, they can go like vertical, like flat on the wall or up and under an eave. What else is there? So you're looking for the Dream Machine is what it's called. It's $513. So you can put a hard drive in this thing, and then it has cloud service on it. These ports should be PoE or Power over Ethernet. So you should be able to power those cameras with that. You just got to run good cable to it, and you're done. If you have any like long distance things, you can look at their point-to-point radio. Like if you need like Wi-Fi to a barn or something further away from the house, you can do a point-to-point radio system. They're not hard to set up. Basically just point them at the same, point them at each other, and make sure they're on the same like angle, like any tilt or anything like that.
I set up the last one, the last 3, because they got last two got struck by lightning.
Your switches did?
Everything, the whole building.
Oh, well, all you can
Fried a lot.
All you can do is get good surge and battery backup, right?
Yeah.
Why can't you just whip these boxes at some doors? And we should whip them all at it. I'm picking up all the boxes. They're like all here.
Yeah, pick up everything. I'm gonna meet you at I think Han I'm just trying to find one in the daylight. I think HDMS Han on Magda is going to be the spot. We'll just do my. We'll do Cutlass. We'll do your Cutlass door, and then we'll do my my Pisces door to represent like the vulture.
Where did that box go? I'm carrying it. Oh no, I just bugged myself out. I'm stuck with a box in hand. Why is there a shiny object reflecting light? Or why is there an object reflecting light here in the Cutlass? Like it's a... weird. Now it's gone. I toggled the light off and now it's gone. Okay, cannot reproduce. What if I go into inventory mode if I can drop the box that way? It's grayed out. What happens if I put something on? Volume, aluminum. Drop it. What if I try to put a gun in hand? There you go. That's how you troubleshoot, folks. I almost need to go see if I can reproduce that somehow. If only I could get paid enough from CIG to do this stuff, I would do it full time.
Oh, yeah, they need to expand their player experience team.
Yeah,
Massively.
I agree.
I'm just not filling out these freaking bug reports for free. Not doing it.
They need to start their own crypto and pay people out that are doing valid reporting, like good tickets that haven't been duplicated. They need to pay them. I mean, and don't even make it mineable. It only costs like 150K to make the currency, right? And honestly, then they should just... I just want them to make their own crypto for the game.
I mean, if it's mineable, right, you get a proof of work solution. You have people running the node for you. You get that work for free.
No, I don't even want them to do that. I want them to just make like IOTA, make it a utility. Or use IOTA. You buy, oh man,
why don't we make the connection with Sheeb? Sheeb is asking businesses to start
using this windstorm that just came in. It's blowing the ship to the side. And I love moments like this.
Waiting for Anne Hathaway to pop out of nowhere and scream, "Get back in the ship!"
That's not a wave. Or no, those aren't mountains is what it is. Eagle One, welcome back. Oh, that felt like old school plane crash.
I was in midair jumping off the stairs.
Oh man,
I had that happen to me twice in PvP the other day. Like mid turn on a dude, and I was about to delete him, and I was like, "Oh, we both froze. I'm dead."
Look at all these
And
boxes piled
it
up
was
here.
both of us froze.
Dude, it was like someone was here. Imagine that. Just the missions don't go out to recover your ship. They just send out package delivery people to pick up the boxes, not worry about your body.
I would do that. Asset recovery mission.
Mm-hmm.
Just roll up with logistics and security.
Honestly, what they should do is have a mission that is a total recovery mission. Recover the cargo, recover the bodies, recover what happened. Make a ton of sense. Why would you send a team to just do the boxes, one to just investigate, one to look for the bodies? I know what I'm picking up right now is worth nothing. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you there, Nicole. If it's warm enough, I'd say just go buy a trailer. Yeah. It's windy without the sound, apparently. Maybe I have the game sound down too much. Or this box is really heavy. Doesn't look like it'd be that heavy. If I crouch, I go... I go twice as fast if I crouch. Yeah. Area. Be nice if these boxes could lock onto cargo grid dispatch. Not just be loose. Oh man, these Zeta prolinades. I don't know if there's an easy way to get them out.
What, tractor beam? What are you
Yeah,
talking about?
that's the only way to get them out is a tractor beam. But
We
pass
can.
them, pass them down the hallways and whatnot.
Oh, you're in a
It's like,
caterpillar wreck. Yeah, you gotta shoot them out the door. There's like should be one door that leads to the outside, like really close.
yeah,
Should be able to just toss them out with
there's
by
one
hand
here.
or tractor beam.
Yeah.
Because when you grapple on stuff and climb, it'll throw it to one hand. So you can do it without a tractor beam.
Oh, okay. When's good for me to start pulling these?
No. I'm set up here.
And then where am I bringing them?
Stanhope on Magda.
And you want all 4?
As many as you can get. It's really only going to take 2 to test what we need to test. 1 for Armistice Zone and 1 out. Or we could just say how many we need, because really the Zeta Probe is only for the Armistice Zone. Because everything else we can just shoot it with shotguns or ship gun.
Ooh, nice jump. It's nice. They put that little piece of scrap just outside the door you can step on to get you to the right height. Okay. On my way.
Launch complete.
I'm coming to you, right?
Yep, HTMS Han. Still light out here for a little bit.
Landing gear up. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
I'll just go out of armistice a bit.
No, this is an in-armistice test.
Are you gonna be able to use your tractor beam?
We'll see. We're gonna see what we can use for this patch because people have been able to like turn on the rock lasers in armistice and all this other kind of crap.
Landing gear down.
We have to rewrite the book on what we can do in armistice zone.
Should I turn off the shields?
No, leave them on. We're just gonna do a full static test on the Pisces door.
I can go grab some fluids quick. Or actually, no, I'm gonna watch you do this. Nice.
So it didn't even need to blow up.
Yeah, just need something to run into it.
Next test.
Does that break the door? Like, does it open and close slow now? They honestly need to change how that's gonna work. Like, we can't have vehicles just being opened with almost no damage.
So it doesn't. Yeah, you can punch the Pisces door.
Yeah.
Oh, mining laser. The Zeta.
Your
Yep, you
door-
can turn it on and we'll turn it up.
The door's stuck open on my side. Oh, now it's... just wasn't catching up. So it's got a slow close and open animation now. And I think I got a med pen. And are you dead?
No, I'm down.
Just oh no.
I got a time till death, like a 125. I think that's an hour and 20 minutes.
Gotcha. The only med pen I have.
But that was the mining attachment in armistice zone.
Yeah.
And that blast is probably enough to bust open a door. I can bring out the Pisces, another Pisces, and do it again. Or we can try it on your Cutlass. That would be a better test. Because the Cutlass is what we'd probably use this on anyway.
That was so hard to
Of course,
get
I mean-
that to do that for you. Why?
Here, before I croak again. There's a tool on the ground.
Oh yeah.
Here is a medical attachment.
Will I see? Oh, got it.
Here's snacks.
Thank you. You just stacked them on top of each other. That was impressive.
Yeah, when you're like prone like that, it does picks a central location and starts throwing everything on the one spot. That's a nice little workaround for stuff popping all over the place.
Don't croak unless you're a frog in the throat. Hell yeah. What's going on, Hot Kebab?
I think it's gonna work out for you, Nicole. Just gotta be patient. Where did it just go? Now what are you testing?
I'm gonna do 2 of them, and I'm gonna hold one, and you're gonna tractor beam it into the other. Right, you're gonna smack it as hard as you can while I'm holding the box right next to the door.
Okay, I need a tractor beam attachment.
Oh wait. You tractor beam, right? And I'll go mine it since you got the medical attachment. Here's the mining attachment. Here's the tractor beam attachment. So you're gonna stay safe. You're gonna tractor beam it. I'm gonna run up and max distance it with the thing. I want to try this Bromax. See if this Bromax are explodable.
I don't think they explode. You just lose money. They fizzle out when too much damage happens to them. But test away. So I'm doing the tractor beam, holding it in place.
Yes.
Okay. I'll do this
I'm
one.
putting this one over here by the Pisces.
So you're gonna smack this guy.
Just hold it right.
This could be kind of stealthy. I don't see that you're hitting it. I see that you're hitting the. Now it looks like you'd be hitting it.
I got no sparks on it.
I'll put it lower.
Yeah, lower. I think it's hitting your shields. Back it up. Like hover it over the door, like so the blast hits the door.
Hover it over the door.
Yeah, so now back it up.
There you go. Well, I got ya. Just the way you fall over is so freaking funny, man. Oh. Gave you a tier 2 head injury.
Yeah. All right, one more. Try that one right there.
You do that again, it might kill you.
Yeah, we'll see.
I appreciate the support there, Lotion. What if you just tractor beam another object over to it and smash it a few times?
Yeah, that would work. I was gonna try that, but I was like, what if we catastrophic it accidentally? That's not the desired effect, right? I don't want to smash the door open with a box. We've already proved that can happen, right? Or if that may be the myth. We might not need the Zeta probe at all.
Yeah, just any box. Looks like it's going right through it. What if we just hit it? Oh.
Just 2 boxes humping out here in the desert.
It's not quick enough to break in.
What are you doing, step box? There we go. We did it.
So it didn't do anything. But the shields were up. Maybe it hit the shields.
Well, it's fine. If it's absorbing the impact, then we know what we know. Right? Let's get our static boxes out and start smacking it with one of these gas boxes.
The door didn't take any damage because it opened normally, right?
Yeah, these gas boxes should blow up too. I smacked myself. Just got laid out.
Shall I close the door or you want more?
No, it's fine. Just one solid, the ore box or the recycled box. That's more than enough. So just smack it. Kind of just rub it up against it at max speed and just wiggle it. See the little, yep, the bumps. Perfect. You see those sparks. Perfect.
Wow. What was
So
that, like
we don't
5
need
times?
any explosives. Yeah, we don't need any explosives to break into your ship and armistice zone. Alright, I'm gonna take this over to the rock. I want to see if I can pop one of the wheels off.
Such a bad exploit. They just honestly,
I know what we're gonna do now. We need to bring a C2 out of here.
and I got one, and I got a cat.
Oh, both. Yes. I'm gonna spawn a medical.
Did you just
Pisces.
knock me back, or was that like?
No.
Oh, the box just blew up in here, by chance.
Oh yeah, the Zeta probe. You timed it out.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
know we had one left on there. I would have took it off. But you're local to Hurston, right?
Yeah, I'll go get it. I'll go grab the. I'll grab the cat. Meow.
Yeah, the cat will tell us everything we want to know about the undercarriage elevator doors anyway.
And this
It's probably the strongest one.
This door's straight broken now. Won't close. Well, piracy's a thing. Make sure you guys keep moving. On my way to partner.
Because I'm going to find your ass.
One day.
I'm going to steal your sock. The main thing is don't be going AFK. That's what I see a large majority of people doing. Like, they're just going AFK and they expect the verse to be nice to them.
Well, the thing with that bug is that, or exploit, however you want to view it, is
Yeah, that's
that,
an exploit. We can do that in Armistice Zone. We'll call it an exploit.
Yeah, like the pilot has to get out of their seat to buy. They should be running security, is what should be happening. But
at the bare minimum, one armed security on your ship with you. To at least man turrets have FPS.
If someone opens your ship like that and they can just walk on board and you're in armistice zone, there's nothing you can do, and then they can just go to the seat and take off. So it's
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's 100% an exploit, and the player that's trying to be legit can't do anything. I still can't get into Moby-Glass.
Well, especially solo, right? But that's another argument. I'd say just don't go solo. Play with friends.
Yeah. Moby won't open for me. I'm gonna ask in chat if anyone else can open up Moby.
How am I supposed to access this medical menu if I can't see? See it like a lower quarter of it.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off. Hydrogen fuel is at 75%.
Well, if it's bright on that side, and we're at Magda, Hurston's over this way, I believe. We need to get it on the other side of it. Is that it over there? There's Ariel. There's Hurston. Almost like I've been playing this game too long.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Just know it's a Dead Mouse song. It's so good. I don't know how the guy keeps doing it.
Quantum drive is now on.
Money?
I mean, that helps, right? People send him samples that are already awesome, and then he does more awesome things with them.
Quantum drive is now off.
We probably should put another bug in there. I can't access the self menu here in the medical Pisces. I literally can't see far enough up to access it. Like it's
Take a
physically
screenshot of
limiting
that.
me.
Post one. I can contribute to yours. How's the new build?
I'm gonna be angry right
I can't access my Moby. That's how the new build is working for me. It seems to be consistent. I'm hitting F1, F2. Oh, what was that? That's their yeah. F11, nothing. I don't know what to think of this build. And I think someone said earlier that they had a tram disappear out from underneath them. They still haven't fixed the hose. I'm assuming the money exploit's still in there. I'm assuming the reclaimer's still broken. They fixed a couple things that seemed like they were good things, like the mouse button showing up on full screen borderless. So I would say a little bit better than the previous one, but the fact that I can't access the Moby, that kind of is critical game breaking.
So the Pisces medical bed is not doing the trick.
Or fixing what?
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Tier 2 head injury.
Yeah, I can only do a tier 1.
Weak sauce.
Warning, you are leaving a safe
Yeah, I think they need to do like triage kits, like a one-off kit where it can help temporarily stave off those things.
Warning, you are leaving.
And honestly, I'm surprised they're not in the game yet,
Landing gear
if that's
now.
something they're gonna do. Adult triage
That's a crazy
kit.
thing. We didn't even use the cutting tool.
Complete.
Oh yeah. What, I hit it like 5 or 6 times with the box? I'm gonna make a short out of that one. Hit the door with the box 5 times. No, that's what I'll call it. I'll call the short knock 5 times.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was.
I want to see if we can also use the cutting attachment in Armistice Zone. That'll be another, oh yeah, this is broken. Y'all really fucked this up. Something like that should be like glaringly obvious that, hey, this shouldn't be a thing in Armistice Zone. And if it's a soft Armistice Zone, why can't we shoot in it?
Yeah, yeah. And it should
Let's
be. I mean,
get to the root of the problem.
yeah, like actually run security. Like, and they should probably just switch it to that now. Just
Yeah, add automated turrets that we can destroy and they don't respawn.
mm-hmm.
Right? Minimal amount of security, maybe like 1 turret at the most protecting the station. Because the resources that are protecting the station are very minimalistic, right? There's no solar grids out here. There's no power generation other than probably generators. Right? And that wouldn't be able to
The
support
defense
a
should
turret
reflect
system.
the value of the resource, yeah.
Yes,
what
and
you're
the
saying,
outpost, what the outpost can handle. Same with repairing. If the outpost doesn't have any RMC, you know, you're out of luck.
Yeah.
That would drive demand for players to refill RMC at a premium price to local outposts. That player-generated economy they hate so much.
They just hate prospectors. They don't hate the economy.
I can use this thing in Armistice Zone. Oh my god. Look, I mean, everybody hates prospectors. Come on.
Right? I say that jokingly, just because I'm sure most of you have heard my rants about how they're screwing over the prospectors with the next mining patch. I can't configure anything. I can't configure ships, I can't grab missions, I can't do anything.
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
I can do sandboxy trading.
Your vehicle
That's
has been
literally all
delivered
I can
to
do
the
right
following
now.
location. Please.
Okay, where am I bringing this caterpillar?
Same place. It's still daylight over.
Are you gonna steal all my boxes?
Yes. I really want to see if I can just cut a wheel off of this rock.
I'm wearing my Moby, right? On my wrist. So there's no item reason. How are they screwing prospectors?
Watch the video. Go to the YouTube. Get the traffic.
Yep, you're yes, do explain. Yeah, hold on 2 seconds. Let me pull it up, and that way you
Then we can make a rant video about the video section
yeah.
and post them both. Be like the Matrix.
Okay, here. It's gonna play.
With less leather.
Hold on.
Quick, see and shoot. Go get on your Neo outfit.
Hold on. I'm trying to play for the stream. Hold on. Turn this up. Where's the volume for this? Because it's going to be too quiet. Is it cranked? Oh man, it's already cranked. Okay, you ready? Hopefully this is loud enough. Vectors, they added no additional challenge for the mole and its crew. They still haven't done filtration. Here, let me start this over again.
Let's say what I want to.
They excluded prospectors. They added no additional challenge for the mole and its crew. They still haven't done filtration. Great, they added some resources. That's awesome. They haven't added contracts. All they had to do was make it more challenging for the moles. And that would have pushed more gameplay. They don't have to alienate anyone with these ships. The game is about group gameplay. You don't alienate players because they're in a particular kind of ship. And you know who you alienate right away is any of those players, couples, friends that said, I like flying my ship solo. I want to do mining with you, and I'm going to do group mining with you. I'm going to do it in a process. We're going to have just our small little fun operation doing that. They just alienated all those people. Okay, and here's why I feel that way. If I still have the video up from yesterday, and I don't. Where was that? That was in a feedback. Feedback. Ballistic changes character repeat. Where's the mining one? Can I Google this? I don't think I'm gonna find it. If I find this, I'm gonna be so impressed. How old is this? June 2018. Okay, so I didn't find it. Basically, what they showed in a video was that two prospectors on a rock, not a problem. As soon as you have a third friend and they just put their laser on the rock and you got it like nice and controlled, it's going to send it right into the red immediately. It's the stupidest idea ever. And in a game where it is group centric, everything is better with a group, they decide to penalize prospectors. It makes no sense. So my retort to it was, they didn't do filtration, they haven't done contracts. Cool, they added some resources, whoop-de-doo. Cool, they added a new hand mineable and gave it a new value, whoopity-doo. These are things that they can figure out down the road. So the filtration adds huge value to the mole, and what their goal was to try to get people to go over to the mole and do group gameplay there. So they're saying we're going to RP it out and say that the mole's computer is superior to the prospector's computer, and so with a coordinated attack it can crack the rocks easier. Well, the rocks were already easy. They were stupid easy. I mean, 2 lasers on a rock and 2 prospectors, 2 mole lasers, you can crack any rock. Done. Like, it's not a big deal. So my retort was, either make new rocks, which is more work for them, and their key message that I caught in that video was they went for what was easy. They used the exact word easy. The easy thing that they thought they would do was nerf the prospector so that they forced the gameplay to go over to the mole, when all they had to do was crank the resistance on the rocks, so it takes longer for them to break, or longer for them to fracture. And then the more lasers that are on it, the easier it gets. And then if it's a mole, make it twice as easy. All right? And have rocks that aren't attainable with 3 prospectors, but maybe 4, yeah. Or maybe 5, yeah. But I'll give the players an option to use their brains and play the game. This goes back to the same idea as the landing splines, where they treat the community stupid and they try to automate something, and instead they bring in something that wasn't necessary ever. Landing splines, the day they launched that thing, I lost my shit on stream. It was absolutely stupid. And then I went for the hard thing. I went right to how does a reclaimer fly in these landing splines? And what did it do? It flipped it over on its back and killed it every single time. But this idea is, like, I don't own a prospector. I probably won't have one in game. But that's not how I think. I think about exactly what I said in my short. This alienates those people that already bought a prospector with the intent of launching this game with a prospector, playing with their friends in a prospector. They probably also bought the single-seater mining machine, or the refining machine. And I'm sure all those people are just going, well, like, screw you. Now I can't play with my friends. Like, that's why I use the word alienated about 5 times in that short. It's so short-sighted. And then they back themselves in this corner. So they back themselves in this corner of making it hard for the prospectors. But they technically didn't add any challenge. And they're like, we want to make this more challenging for the skilled pilots. There's nothing skilled about mining. It's turn a laser on, watch it, make sure it's at that right spot, throttle. That is the skill in mining. Paying attention and being quick on the throttle. That is not a lot of skill. If they want to make mining a skillful thing, they have to change the rocks. They have to add more resistance. They have to encourage group gameplay. The gadgets thing was cool, but not interesting. That's my camera's following my. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, the camera can follow my face if I wanted to. But all they had to do was make sure that the ship's already balanced, do the filtration, and then make the rocks actually hard, where there was a couple of different characteristics to them, a couple ways to break them. One, dumping heat into them, watching that thing come up and watching it fracture just like it already does. Another one would have been hiding a fracture point on it. And if the rock is way too big for the prospector, if they're willing to sit there for an extra 10 minutes going over the rock and looking for maybe a possible fracture point, maybe it doesn't have one at all, but that's the chance they're going to take in wasting their time. And they go over and they find that fracture point and they see the heat spike up at that point. Like, that's interesting gameplay. Or go beyond that, so it's not just a pinpoint shot. So now they see it heat up there, and you see the heat spread out, and you go, okay, well, the fracture's going up that way. Should I follow it up? And I take my laser up it, and the heat goes up more. And cool. Should I keep going up? Oh, the heat's going down. I better go back down. Oh, okay, it's doing that. Like, it's fracturing now. I'll sit here for a bit. I mean, there's so many more interesting things they could have done. They could have, now that they have hull scraping, they could have taken that tech and put that on the rocks. So instead of you fracturing the rock, maybe you're actually cleaning off some of the inert before you actually start the fracturing process. And so they're just using the hull scraping tech where it's multi-layered, and you're just blowing layers off, and then you get down to the core of it, and now you're dealing with something that is maybe 80% of the material or 100% of the material, and now you just got to fracture that, and you got a pure load. Like there's so many cooler ideas they could have done, but what did they choose? Their own words were, we did the easy thing, and that was make it harder for prospectors. It's like, it's insane. Like I honestly don't think Chris Roberts signed off on it. I think someone in their team said, this is the easy fix. Let's try that. I mean, it's just a matter of like what, like they have something that is interesting. It can be way more interesting. I mean, like how much cooler would it be? You get, you know, they have 100 different models out there of these rocks, and they all have a skin on them, like a ship. How much more interesting would it be if you're actually scraping all that stuff off and you get to see the material underneath, instead of it just magically vacuumed up into your ship after you've broken it down? I mean, that is more in line with Chris Roberts' train of thought of make it real, like make it real, make it believable. I don't want to speak for everyone over at CIG, but I see potential for mining, and I mean they're showing us what they can do with the hull scraping and the munching and everything else, and I still don't think 319 will be the last visit to mining. I think there'll be more, but I think they're about to piss off a lot of people. Like the comment section on that I couldn't find for you today that we looked at yesterday on stream, everyone was like, yeah, awesome, and I'm thinking no, not. And then there was like 4 or 5 other people that commented the way I did, and that was that you just screwed over prospectors. Like now, if someone comes to me in channel and they say I want to solo mine, what am I going to tell them? You can solo mine. Don't make any friends prospecting. That's it. Like you're not gonna you're gonna be able to work with one other buddy. That's it. Because that's exactly what their video showed, and if they do exactly what they showed in their video, as soon as that third prospector hit it, it sent it into overcharge immediately, and it wasn't even halfway charged. The closest thing I could compare it to is having like a bunch of bore maxes, like 4 bore maxes on a rock. So you're getting like, what is that, like a 200% overcharge, and it overcharged like that and then blew up all the prospectors. Well, yeah, and okay, and that was my other comment is, what happens if I have a mole working on a rock and a prospector wants to come help, or some prospector wants to come troll us, right? So he just comes over, throws his laser on, and we all blow up. I mean, they just made things, if they go through with it, they made things a mess. They didn't think things through. It's like landing splines. It's like turning tractor beams on in armistice zones. It's it's cart before the horse. They're not thinking about implications. And if this is the way they want it, then they need to tell us that's the way it is, not surprise us, and let players know that these things are going on and you will need to have security now. I don't know. See, you guys got me all fired up now. This isn't even angry. Okay, I'm here. As you can see. You love the passion. It's not even angry. I'm not even angry. Wait till I'm angry. My caterpillar turns green when I'm angry. Yeah. See if my Moby glass is working. No Moby glass. I wonder if I can take off my Moby glass, put it back on. There it is. It won't let me take it off. The item can be swapped but not equipped. That's an interesting informational button. Okay. How long did it take for me to grow my beard? To get it to this length, I think it took about a year of just getting it to something that looks good. I wouldn't go any shorter. You want me to open up any of these doors, Moms?
No, I'm gonna joust it with the prospector, the rock mining laser.
Am I gonna die?
I don't know. I'm just gonna poke it a bunch, see if I can get it to blow up.
What she said.
Because we know the box works, right? I'm just trying to get something readily accessible at an outpost that everyone can get a hold of. Like a medical, like a tractor beam and like a light.
Yeah.
Or one of the little, was it the little flares? Or a rock.
I can't open up any of the doors on this ship. Like, none of these side doors open. I just broke my leg on going down the elevator. And I'm not, or not the elevator, the ladder, and I'm not even near the ladder. Time until death.
I'm coming.
Learning to walk over here. Looks like I'm doing the robot. So yeah, I'm sorry to break the bad news to you about the prospector. People asked me to write a post about it last night. I didn't have time to do it today. I went and installed a TV for a customer and then came back home and pretty much got set up to stream. But yeah, I guess one of the main things I find disappointing about them talking about mining in this next patch is that there's nothing to hype. They're like, there's nothing at all to hype. Like, they added a mineral, they added a mineable, they nerfed a ship, they made them all technically work better as a team, but it was already good. and they're acting like they did something special, and it's really kind of disappointing. Are you gonna try to make me open the door?
I'm using you as a bot. It's doing it.
That's not knocking any time off. I don't know if I'm gonna have head trauma after this. Oh, there you go. There's a spark. Laziest push-up I ever saw, right? You gotta hit it with the paladin helmet. It's the hardest part. Do you guys have any other ideas to add to it? Because I still got to go write the post. It's not that I'm not going to, but like I would have been so much more impressed if they had said, "Yeah, we added all these things. We added a bigger rock. Now there's a reason to use them all." I'd rather have heard those words out of the devs. We didn't give you guys enough challenge. We didn't make it harder for the existing rocks. Well, we gave you some bigger rocks. So now you got to group up and do team gameplay if you want to hit this stuff. You actually got to use them all for the right reason.
So check this out.
And here's the other
cutter.
Yeah. Gonna cut my head off?
No, I switched it out for the medical thing. The medical attachment, it's still the cutter.
Lovely. That looks painful. So here's the funny thing too about them making everything harder. What they've done is counterintuitive. So like not to add to my previous statements here, but they added mining attachments. Or not mining. They added mining gadgets, making rocks easier. And now what do they want to do? They make it just harder for the prospector. Like they made it easier to solo, and then they penalize the prospectors, saying we don't want, like, it's just weird. Are you gonna heal me?
I'm trying to. It turned into a cutter.
No, you got a gadget on. You got a mining gadget.
I know. It turned into a cutter.
You know what that looks like? You know what that mining gadget looks like? If you can pull it out again and show chat. Pull it out again. Show chat. Not that one.
I'm putting a fresh
not that
beam
one.
on there. Trying to revive you. There we go. Now this one says it's a medical tractor beam. There is something fundamentally wrong with the way they're doing this.
Oh, what was that?
We've added the medical thing.
What was that scene called? There you go. The Matrix of Leadership. That's what those mining gadgets look like.
There we go. So I had to basically throw away the entire tractor beam that was bugged out.
There you go.
Because it kept changing it to like whatever.
It's your mining gadget right there. Or your... I don't know why my brain went there. Anyways, you got me up?
Yeah. It was weird. Like, I've never seen that with the guns before, right? It was just like whatever parent gun that I put in here. Like, if I put the cutter in here, I had the cutter in here and switched it to the medical, it was still the cutter.
I got a tier 3 on my right leg.
I don't know what you mean.
What did you do to me?
I may or may not cut your leg really bad. Thinking it was a tractor or the medical beam.
Are you able to open up any of these doors? Because, like, if I'm not able to open up Moby, not able to open up doors, like, something is up. Like, this server is just possibly bad.
Yeah, I'm standing in the open door.
You opened one? Hmm.
Yep. It's the deploy button.
Am I not hitting the right button?
The lower.
What was I hitting before? I was probably hitting this one. The leadership of or that's right. The matrix of leadership.
Do you know that you can pick stuff up and throw it in inventory from the ground?
Yes.
As long as you're in your inventory menu?
Yes.
It's crazy.
It's really cool. Dude.
Oh god!
Oh god.
Wow.
Those are great!
They're great.
Those are really cool!
Really cool.
That was better than the Zeta probe. That knocked me into the rafters. It knocked me out of my armor.
Are you dead?
Yeah, it murked my...
It says no injury detected. You're green.
I'm dead.
Wow.
I was dead on impact. Like, I saw my life flash before my eyes. It, like, my dead body shot out of my armor and shot into the rafters on the upper floor.
We need to get a whole bunch of those, just the cheapest ones, and line them up on ships, and then,
Yeah, you can use a cutting torch in Armistice Zone. Boom.
except that they blow up and kill you is the problem.
Semantic.
What if you just put it on someone's ship and then hit it with the other ship?
Okay. Right now, I'm doing this at Crew 01.
Why you do it at
Yo,
Crew
you'll
1?
send-
We're over here.
Send my ban letters to CIG. That's because I'm at Crew 01.
Oh, okay.
And I want to do it in an Armistice Zone where people are around. Suicide bomber.
So I'll head over there. Is this anyone's ship over there?
No. I just want to do it right here. Just throw it on the ground right next to the terminal.
Oh, I wonder if you could break the game by, like... putting someone on one of those medical beds.
Yep, it's doable by the terminals. I just damaged the paint. You can definitely suicide bomb the terminals. This needs to be reported right now.
Yeah, you could start killing people. And you should demonstrate it just to make sure.
Where's Piss Poor Pete? He's the ambassador for stuff like this.
No, we are now. Stay there. I'll be right there. I'll film it.
I'm just gonna start screaming.
Complete.
That's so trolly. I mean, people are trolling enough with just having the tractor beam out and throwing objects at people. I wonder if you could get a bounty like that. Drop a gadget down by their feet while they're like getting a vehicle at Grimhex. Blow it up. Oh, guess what? I can't fly to Crew 1 because I don't have a Moby class. I'm probably, unless I can find it in the sky, which is a possibility. Crew L1, you're over by Crusader. I don't know if I can even see Crusader from here.
I'll meet you. Well, I'll meet you at Everest Harbor. I'll just bring some to Everest Harbor.
That's easier. Thank you.
This is gonna be so nasty. We can put like 100 of these down. See how big of a boom we.
Oh, dude, just all over the floor. Someone goes to pick them up.
I
boom.
get 30K the server with how
I'm-
many of these things we can get.
I'm curious if that would happen. I don't know why they're making those mining gadgets do any damage when they blow up.
It's huge, like way bigger than the Zeta Probe. Knocked me straight out of my shoes.
Yeah, we saw it on stream.
You were thinking it's like, yeah, they kind of fizzle out and they don't do anything. It's like, I think we're wrong. They're breaching charges.
Yep. But yeah, if you threw one of those on someone's ship and then shot it out of armistice.
We can't.
Out of armistice.
Yeah. I'd like to be able to place it on any object. That would be the best thing.
Feel fortunate that that jump actually happened.
But here's the main bit, right? You want to grief some miners. You're already here at the terminal, right? I mean, you're at the place where you can get the stuff. You can constantly respawn. Just put these by the mining terminal. And just keep blowing them up while they're trying to process their orders.
This is the way. This
Oh,
is the
you
way.
just
This
do
is
it.
the way.
Do it at as a
Well, here
five gifting tier 3
this is
subs.
the only place they can spawn their stuff.
Appreciate it.
Right, because there's only like 2 or 3 refineries total, right?
You caught me as in
And they're
five.
gonna-
I wasn't paying attention. Maybe that'll fix my Moby. Thank you for the 3 gifted subs there, Magicool. So we just hit let me play what's supposed to happen because I don't know why these triggers aren't working. Where is it? Oh, we're gonna do a giveaway. Right. It's supposed to be. Oh, I'm gonna have to find it. I don't know where the command is. I've lost my mind, but let's do the giveaway. STV with LTI. Giveaway started. Here's the giveaway scene. Make sure you guys hit exclamation mark STV to get in on the giveaway. If you win, then you can turn the STV back into me for a spin at the wheel and a subscribers. How do we word this? A day's worth of viewership points that a subscriber would get. So it's 75 tickets. You turn that back in, you get 75 tickets, and you get a spin at the wheel, and the wheel has anywhere from $3 subscriber items all the way up to a $210 Ballista and Centurion dual pack. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff in between. And we do. And let's type prizes. There's the list of the prizes that are on the wheel. STV to get on that. And if you guys are subs, please thank Azid5 for that. And if you go over to the Discord, exclamation mark Discord, and you associate your Twitch account inside of Discord, you will see a new channel pop up for you. And basically any time one of these vehicle giveaways that are instant are triggered, you'll get an notification in there. So if you weren't watching the stream, it would prompt you to come watch the stream, preferably longer than just for the giveaway, but get in on the giveaway. Okay, so I blew up the ship. I'm sorry there, bombs. There'll be some boxes up there.
It's all good. I mean, it's pretty much proven by now, like any door.
Yeah.
Feeling ready to get back
But
to
I think we still need to do it.
Ask your doctor
Like,
or pharmacist how to taper your medication dosage.
I think
to help you return to the
if
job
you're
in
not going to do it, I'm going to go to one of the L1s. I still don't have a Moby, though.
I'm
going to
coming
relog.
to Everest Harbor.
I'm going to relog. Because this no Moby thing is critical. But I think lining up the lobby in Lorville, well, or at Area 18, and then blowing everything up with all the guards there, and as people are getting their ships, I think that's a interesting thing to do. I could also edit a short rate now, and we could show how
They
bad
just
that
meet
is.
you at Louisville instead of Everest.
Yeah, bring them there.
Alright.
Maximum damage. Service full, of course. There we go. Now I'm joining on you. Six minutes on our giveaway. If you just got here, exclamation mark STV as in Victor. It'll also come with blue paint. The blue and graphite steel. And make sure you guys get in on the giveaway for the Reclaimer, exclamation mark Reclaimer. If you are picked by the giveaway mechanic, you do need to type exclamation mark claim, otherwise the bot will keep picking. You'll have a minute to type that out. Do I have a Moby? I have a Moby. That's good. So it's not a server problem, it seems to be a client problem. We should really just invite everyone down to Lorville and show them something. Everyone on the server, come over.
Welcome to Metro Center. Now arriving from TISA Spaceport. Stand by and let passengers disembark before boarding. Next stop, TISA Spaceport.
Three minutes, 7 seconds to go.
Now arriving, TISA Spaceport.
Again, if you win, you're gonna type ! claim. Otherwise, the bot keeps going. And then you have the option of turning it back in for the 75 tickets. And a spin at the wheel. And if you choose not to spin or take those points, and take those points, we spin it anyways. We get to see what you missed out on.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Dude, you're gonna get such a crime stat having those things blow up around the guards.
If we could take a Zeta probe and just put it in there, and then just pile these all around.
Ooh.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
Yeah, who's responsible for it then, right? Or no, it probably wouldn't matter anyways, because those things are the things doing the blowing up. Doesn't matter what the cause is.
Yeah, there's not going to be anything attributed to it. That's why I was saying the Zeta probe could be good and not get the destruction of vehicle charge.
Yeah.
There's just so many ways to exploit this nonsense.
Create a line of them to someone ship down in the hangar, blow them up like a chain over to where their little door hatch is gonna be, like if they're them clicking on the button.
I forgot my stuff.
Yeah, you gotta take them off the ship first, put them in local. Been thinking about Star Citizen, would say good game all in all. It's not a game yet. Their Harpoon Jeb is in live open development. Texas Horned Toad, welcome back. Make sure you guys type in !STV to get in on the giveaway. Yeah, this is not a finished game. And you're gonna have awesome days, and you're gonna have days where you hate the fact that it's in development, and you will want it done, or you'll want whatever bug is affecting you fixed. So yeah, you have to come into that mindset that your $40 minimum to get a starter package is just to support the project, and don't expect any support, because they'll give it to you if they can, but it's basically community educating itself on how to like work around bugs and stuff. Yeah, $45. Yeah. Do it to this guy, moms. Do it to this guy. He looks busy. Do it. Do it, moms. Do it. Do it. Get him, moms. Get him. He wasn't close enough to him. It hit him, though. This guy's like, what the
Pick up my cutter. Pick up my cutter.
This guy's like, what the heck happened? I wish I could see his health. Hey, question, buddy. Did you get hurt?
Knocked him back pretty good.
He says no. He shakes his head no. He shakes his head no. Huh. Here. Does that hurt? Yeah. Is that hurting you? Just curious.
Yeah, you getting the thing.
What happens if I hit my toe? Can I hit my toe? I can't hit my toe.
I've got another naked guy.
Little brain surgery. Right? 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 Scratch that itch. No, don't look at the laser. Is that you, moms? Who is this?
Nope.
Stranix
I
one.
went back to Krill.
Nice.
Go get that guy. He doesn't have armor.
Congratulations there, Stranix. Stranix, do you want to spin the wheel and get the 75 point, like the 75 tickets? Oh, snoozing going on. You're gonna spin the wheel? I honestly think you guys are awesome. I love how brave you are. I mean, just so you know, the odds are even for every single one of these. There's nothing behind any of it mechanically. Where am I typing spin? Typing spin. Exclamation mark spin. Here's your spin. So you're gonna get 75 tickets at all as well, rather. And you got Banu Merchantman to Hammerhead upgrade. Or no, sorry, It's Banu Merchantman to Hammerhead upgrade. Yeah. So it's a cross chassis upgrade. No, Hammerheads I think 725, but I expect the Banu Merchantman will like the value on that I have a feeling is like $25. If we go to do I have the plugin installed? I do. I don't know what this loading items is. Anyways, I'll mail it to you after the fact here. It's taking too long to load.
What if we could con somebody into holding it?
Ooh. That's so trolly. CCUs that I don't have. It was Merchantman to Hammerhead. Where is it? Merchantman to Hammerhead. It has a melt value of... It's a $25 value if you melt it. If you use it as part of an upgrade, you're basically doubling your value out of it. $50 value. You're welcome, man. But that's exactly what you're getting. This one of these. I got 4 of them. Yeah, I think the STVs only had like a $35 or $40 melt value or something like that. I can't remember what it was. We could do that test, Mom. So I could hold the thing and you could blow it up on my hands and see if it hits me or both.
I put 4 of them behind a guy with the Morozov armor on.
Yeah.
And it didn't kill him. I think it's only me that it's killing.
You're the special one? It's killing the person with the weapon? That's interesting.
Yeah.
And maybe that's their the idea is it's only going to affect. But then can we use it to open doors on ships? Like if I pull up the cat down down at the caterpillar, can we open up one of the
Oh yeah,
doors?
that would be a test next for sure.
Yeah. See if you can do it right in someone's hangar.
If you can do that right in the hangar, yeah.
Do you want an MSR or like what's a
Oh, I'm at Cruel 1.
Are you? What do you want to test on? Are you coming back? And if so, what else do you want to test on?
Well, we got the Cuddy, right? The Cuddy is the gold standard for doors, as far as like what you have to shoot open with a shotgun. Everything else kind of falls in line with that. So the only weird thing is the elevators, like the Caterpillar or the C2s.
Right. I'm betting that the Caterpillar door would open no problem. I kind of wonder about the C2. It's such a weird ship. Like it's got a protector over the elevator floor isn't exposed. It's up in the ship. Makes me wonder if it'll actually open. What do you want to test then? I don't know if I have a C2. I do have a C2. I haven't been in one for a bit. So after sorry, we got a question in chat. What's going to happen to the points after the draw? I'm going to reset them. I'm not gonna refund them. I think it's probably best that way. Because what we're trying to promote is ongoing viewership, and it's not that I don't appreciate all that has already been given, but
Welcome to the
Yeah.
ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
and I want it to be fair in between. So someone, like, if I did it that way and someone was here with 3 years worth of points and someone just got here, they might feel like, why even participate? There's like no chance.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
All good points. It's a good pun though. Where's my paints for my C2? Is it because it's a loner? Maybe I don't have any C2 paints. So I don't have any.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Okay,
Vehicle
I'll pull
selected.
the C2
Stand
out
by.
there, moms.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
If you're coming here, or do you want me to come over there?
I'm coming.
Okay, Hangar 5 is where it is.
Please visit us again.
So, Stranex, when you have a moment, message me on Twitch your email address you want that to go to, and I'll add the points after the stream and just say, hey, added the 75k points, and you can just go in there at your leisure and convert them over to tickets. So you're getting a day's worth, or just a little over a day's worth of tickets in the amount that a subscriber would earn. How many of those are you buying, or did you bring?
I brought a couple. I just placed some around the terminal, see if I can get somebody rolling up, but there was only one person in the whole station, and I dropped the 4 on.
And it didn't hurt
I
him.
laid a little trap around the terminal. No, four of the things, and he has 4 more as well. We may have to do like a catalyst, like the Zeta probe, or a gas canister, like the blue gas canister.
I mean, if the cutter works, then you don't even need to do all this. Sit in hangars all day, stealing. Got it.
It used to take an average of 3 minutes to take down any door with the cutter. It was pretty solid. Like, exactly 3 minutes.
Okay.
That's how long it took to open the caterpillar door from the inside. I snuck on a guy's cat and wedged myself in between the cargo and the door and just cut the door open. I mean, at the time, it didn't matter. We couldn't detach the cargo anyway.
It's the point. It's the message.
Yeah. I'd like to be able to sneak tractor beams on people's ships or tracking icon, like items. like a box, a delivery box.
Honestly, all they need is like an overlay of showing you melt points to get these doors to open. Add the melt animation in, and they already have something similar from the scraping mechanic. Do the whole pattern, and the thing opens. Like this would be like an eye, right? Just go all the way up the seams, crack it open.
There's supposed to be special locking mechanisms that will light up once you have the cutter in your hand, and they will cut those locking items, and that'll be it, right?
Yeah.
But that's a demo that's like 6 years old.
Yeah. And probably no one has touched since.
And all the breaching charges and everything else. Like, where are all those tools that we were promised? Cutting tier 0 is off the roadmap, right? Like, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, they demoed
They even
it.
promised it like a year ago. They promised it, and we were all excited. It's like, yes, we're finally making progress on the critical things that matter to Squadron 42, because there's like a mission where you cut stuff and everything else. And we're excited about the actual component salvaging, because that's a key component to that.
Yeah.
Is the cutting mechanic. But nope. We were naive as hell for thinking we were getting full salvage.
Oh, I didn't think we were getting full salvage.
That's what they led us to believe, right?
Yeah.
And there was no mention of hull scraping at all, because we'd never heard it before.
Yeah.
It was just salvage.
But in chat there, Cyber Tynet is correct. Like PES is like there's like it's basically they said it's put a lot of things on hold. It has and it hasn't. The problem is that they gotta do all these workaround patches to 3.17 to do any progress, to keep people active on their dev team working on projects that, you know, can work around for now. I can just imagine the nightmare, the logistical nightmare of trying to figure out what to do with people while 3.18 is in this polished state. And like, I'm sure it totally stifled much. And I bet you a year ago, when they took all the, like, when they killed the roadmap, or maybe it was a year and a half ago when they killed it, that they knew that like, this PS wasn't going to jive with the community and setting goals and stuff. It was going to take way too long. Artifacts, how's it going? Yeah. If you're talking about the STV, you missed it. But, I mean, another 15 and another, and we'll get triggered. We did one last night. We did one tonight. This door is not opening, though. This lift door.
Oh, you're going to have to hold it with a tractor beam.
Hold it with a tractor beam?
Yeah, from a distance, right?
Oh,
Max
yeah.
distance, you hold it with a tractor beam, I run up and boom it.
Do you have any attachments on you?
Yeah, I got everything I need.
Okay.
I don't have a tractor beam now.
Literally all I have is your torch and tool. Meshing is gonna mess it up. Yeah, probably. I mean, it's already messed up as far as I've seen. Like, states aren't being saved. Log out on a bed on a ship out in space and you wake up at Lorville. Just because you're on a different server. What happens if I just hit the switch? It's actually making proper noises over at this location.
You say you're in 5?
Yeah.
Well, you're here, right? Get naked.
Getting naked. What kind of
Yeah,
stream
get
is
naked.
this?
We'll do the 2-for-1. I have you hold it while I shoot it, so it'll be closer to the door anyway.
Did you save yourself here?
No, I didn't. I'd have to ride the train all the way back. You can't buy these here anyway.
Okay, so I'm detonating it.
Yeah, I'll hold it.
You don't want to just like try to stick it up on the door?
I can't.
Okay, okay.
It doesn't stick to anything. Like I'm holding it down right, and nothing happens. I have to be like near an actual rock.
Okay, it's really high though. You want to try and tractor beam it up to that? And then
I
I'll
don't have
shoot
a
it?
tractor beam.
Oh.
That would be the thing to do, but I don't have a tractor beam. I'm gonna hold it up high.
And you didn't die.
Nope.
So they've added a protection in. The only person that's gonna kill is the one that's got the cutter in hand. What else do you want to test now?
Let's place it on the inside of the elevator. Because we can metagame it from the inside. With like one of the doors. We'll use one of the ramp. Alright, come on.
So hit it from the inside of the doors?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
Yep, that's 4.
Oh, that knocked me, give me half health and a damaged
Made a
arm.
move.
But it didn't knock the door open. Is the door damaged now when it opens? Here, I'll see if it's got a slow...
Seems like it's the same speed.
No, that's a damage speed for sure.
Okay. Well, another thing, you can use these things now as indestructible boxes without having to go get a box.
Yeah. Oh, I'm bleeding out. Nice.
Yeah, see if you can laser some more. The husk. Yeah, that's damaging me.
This is? I don't know if that's because we're partied. Anyways, take this gun. I'm about to die.
You just disappear.
Oh, nice. Keeps palm back in my hand. Now it's on the floor. What happens when you die and you're in your inventory window? We're about to find out.
Right in the dick.
Can you see my health? I would imagine.
Your elevator. Oh, your elevator's moving on its own. No, I can't see you, but I can like
There we
hear
go.
the damage. Did it kill you?
No, I was bleeding out.
Oh, die!
Time until rescue, 18 seconds. I'm getting auto-rescued. Party member mom's committed grievous bodily harm against me. It's grievous.
Yeah, let me see. Smack you with this.
I'm out of here. Gone. Okay, what do we get into next, moms? What do you want to test with this, if anything else?
I think we got it all.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
all the high notes. We found out the piracy bit.
Yeah. You can't troll people with the tool, and you can't troll them with that.
Well, we didn't try the Zeta Probe next to a pile of these in the terminal to see if the damage transfers to the user, which would be everybody in that case.
Yeah. Zeta Prolinade,
Or
yeah,
nobody.
that should transfer to everyone. Just if it just blows up.
Well, I'm just seeing if these will amplify the explosion, because it's a much bigger explosion.
Like if it just in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, we all want
Do you want me to go get some Zeta Prolinade?
but
Can you
overdosing on
get some more of those
stimulants
things
is
if you
not
don't
the
already
answer.
have them?
From a higher chance of accidents and
I got-
mistakes to a decrease in
I
performance
got 2 more
and
here.
quality of work, Hurston Dynamics reminds employees that too many stims slows you down.
That'd be enough for if we just had one Zeta.
I think the bigger deal is the fact that you can just use anything to open up someone's door in an armistice area and they get pirated and that's it.
Welcome to the
They can't.
Pure of Heart
Yeah.
Hospital,
They can't
a
fight it.
non-profit medical facility dedicated to improving the health of all members of the extended Hurston Dynamic family.
And you can straight take the stuff off their ship now.
Lorville, since
Yeah.
2889.
That's
It's gonna
actually
be
what
so good.
that's actually what we should have done is had set up like
Welcome to Metro Center.
me inside
Perimeter, spaceport, and
buying stuff and then I walk out there and you're already unloading my ship and loading your ship and I'm like, what the heck? I mean, there's the downside of running a Nomad
yeah.
now.
Don't run solo.
I mean, a Nomad as well. I mean, the whole back is open. So,
TISA spaceport.
are they like? Do the shields need to be off for you to be able to tractor beam things off of the back of that?
No.
Should they be on? Like, should that be a thing?
I think that should be a thing. I think shields should prevent you from passing a tractor beam through them.
I mean, there was a really funny short not too long ago. The guy was fishing with a retaliator, flew over Jumptown, and just that Nomad was sitting out front. The guy was loading the Nomad, and he's pulling the boxes up into the.
Yoinking them off, yeah.
Oh, it was such a
We
great.
did that to people all the time. They come up with nomads or they come up with other ships and we just yoink them off and throw them on our own.
Oh,
They'll sit there with their little pile and we'll just take it off. Not have to fire a shot.
did it store the ship on you? No, oh, sorry, I see it's still out. Love it. And your thing is, it's persisted, but it's not persisted the damage state that it was in.
Screen's blacked out.
Yeah. I'll pull the blue up.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following
Are we gonna
location.
time this though? I mean, other than just testing on ourselves.
Please visit us again.
I'll go get the Zeta Prolinade and come
Well,
back here.
I mean, ourselves would be a good test, right? Because it only damaged me earlier.
Right.
We could stand right next to each other. I blow the Zeta, and the Zeta's obviously going to do it, right?
Yeah.
But want to see if the things actually amplify the explosion.
Yeah.
So we only have to have one Zeta, or a couple. 4 Zetas more than enough for most things. We could set up 4 Zeta and no one would notice. Or not as much. I think that they would notice the Zeta a lot more than these almost looking the same as these lights on the floor here. We could just line it with those and set it off with 1 Zeta.
Yep.
The main thing is like doing the chain reaction and you being at the end far away from the Zeta doesn't affect you. And the mining attachment would be the only thing affecting you. That would be the test.
Love it.
So I'd need a few more.
The ship and all the boxes all in the same state. The door's broken. Awesome.
Data launch.
Welcome aboard your Drake interplanetary craft. Your systems are online.
Can we buy that stuff here?
Which stuff?
The mining attachments.
Yes.
Tammany.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go get them.
Wormy, how's it going? Things are going well for me. Hopefully your day's going all right. How's your move? I saw your picture of that skid of damaged stuff. Is that a reality? With my Moby glass. It's all settled now? Okay, good.
Okay, I'm on a rogue tram, and it is flying sideways.
Screenshot didn't happen. Finally playing some Star Citizen. Well, welcome back to Star Citizen. It's being Star
It's
Citizen.
going through objects.
Where is this mission? Ah, it's at Ida. I didn't wear anything.
Oh, Ida's relatively fine. It's just cold.
Yeah, it's got
It should
oxygen?
be fine. Oh, well, that's a problem.
Yeah. My get out of seat button isn't working. Uh... $30K? There it is. No? Stalled for a second. Can I get out now? I'm pretty sure we're 30K'ing though.
Nice recovery. just probably gonna try for a while.
Yeah. I concur. You just want your Verpals to arrive? I got one for you, Wormy. Couple streams ago, right at the end of it, one of the springs in my twist on the Verpal broke, and contacted Verpal, and they're already sending out the springs. Just like that. I'm like, can you send 4 of them? I really can't stand not having things broken. Hold up as your bases. What's the setup you got? Sorry everyone, I'm pretty sure the server's 30K'd. I say that, but the Moby Glass is opening. I don't know.
We can drop grenades on the ground.
What?
We could drop grenades on the ground.
In Armistice?
Probably. If they're equipped.
You shouldn't even be able to pull it out. I mean, you could drop them not live on the ground, I'm sure. If that's what you mean.
That's just drop them, yeah.
Drop one of those next to one of the mining gadgets. That blows up. The next thing blows up if they're affected.
Yeah.
Dude, put grenades into one of those yellow box crates with the tops that are open at the Caterpillar Rex. Just got a box of them. Stick a mining gadget on top.
Mm-hmm. That'd be nice.
You got the primes. The Mongoose T. Is that the one I have? Is that the heavy duty Mongoose T50? VPC desk mount? What's the VPC desk mount at 350 bucks or 60 bucks? 60 bucks. Did you just do one extension? One Z extension? That's all you need, I think. Only do the left one. Clamp mounting on desk. Yeah, that's what I'm running. So mine are the clamps, and then their longest extension down, the base, and then the 200 mil extension up. And I'm pretty happy with it. I don't feel like I mean, I don't need the panels 1 and 2, but they're pretty cool. But I'd be running, if I was rebuilding it right now, I'd be running your app, 2 panels, and the sticks, keyboard, mouse. I think that, and it would look cooler than these. Like, these panels are cool and all, but I think it would look cooler overall running your app that way. By the way, everyone, this is Warminator83. He is the developer of Game Touch Controller. If you are new to Star Citizen or are looking for awesome connectivity, we think his product is awesome. So, did you see the setup with the transparent underlay? No. I did not. Like, they got a transparent tablet? Thank you for the follow. How's it going, James? Welcome to the channel. If you have any questions, just ask. Apparently, I'm just stuck in the seat is what's maybe happening on this ship. I think I'm just gonna self-destruct it.
Self-destruct sequence is online.
If I can't get out of the seat, I can't progress anyways. Is it similar to Game Glass? It is and isn't. Warminator's app is only $2.99. There's no monthly fees. It's all the network traffic is internal. You can have it on as many devices as you want. You can share the data between them. Warminator can tell you more about it if you like to, but $2.99 is a steal. I easily would have paid $20 for the app, to be honest. And I tell Warminator that he can't change the price, and he also wants to keep it affordable for the community. So, and he can't change the price. But I think it's amazing. It's worth many times what you're buying it for. I actually bought the app and then bought a tablet. I just saw how awesome it was.
In her book, Dynamics of a Mindful Life, Maria Hurston showed that health isn't merely the concern of the individual. It takes everyone working together.
Yeah, just hit ! Discord for them.
That's why Hurston Dynamics is so proud to carry on her lasting legacy here at Maria Pure of Heart Hospital.
James, I'm okay. Appreciate it though. I'm not sure what you mean. My stream runs 24/7. It gets lots of promotion the way it is.
In her book, Dynamics of a Mindful Life, Maria Hurston
Did I just
reminded
get
us
out
that
on the
good health
wrong floor?
is the foundation upon which all successful endeavors are built.
Oh no, it says we're in an armistice.
To start each
For which? For the grenades?
I can't draw. Yeah.
all your
But could you put them out of the armistice into one of those yellow buckets from the caterpillar and then carry that and drop that in front of someone?
Are they native to the caterpillar?
in her generosity,
They're the yellow
they
boxes that
philanthropic
are floating
inspiration
outside
to
and they're empty.
millions of
They got no
lives
lid on them.
touched. This hospital is proud to be named after the unparalleled Maria Hurston.
Oh, the
To honor
rec
her
site.
work and her
Yeah,
legacy,
the little yellow
we'll be
milk
sharing
crates.
select excerpts from her
Maybe if they stay in there.
I mean, we have PES. It should stay in there, right?
Well, it's physicalization of the item. It might just fall right out
We need a test.
because it's a legacy item.
It's true.
Now arriving from TISA spaceport. Stand by and let passengers
Oh, you put it into SD chat. Now I follow what you're saying there. Hold on, let me get
You
on
can
this.
break into the chairman's club.
Blow up all the glass.
I'm gonna put it at the door right here in front of this cop.
Ooh. Where'd you get that, sir? I mean, that looks so cool on your desk.
TISA spaceport.
Is that like you took a screenshot of the yeah, that's what you did, you cheater. You took a picture of the desk and then put it as like an underlay. Yeah. It looks good though. Too bad that we're not there with tech. I mean, we are, but not on.
TISA spaceport.
They're doing that for TVs, right? They got transparent TVs.
Train.
We're just about there. But what a great teaser photo that is. That's gonna get so many people clicking on that, just going, "How did you do that?" And then they figure it out. Very nice though. I just missed it.
Next stop, Metro Center.
Very nice though. How do you guys like this one? Freelancer and a warden spawned in on each other at the same time. Oh, the things we've seen in this game.
arriving. Metro Center. Please watch your step when disembarking the train.
I can set the camera as an underlay, but the effect honestly isn't as good. The only way I could think that would be even possible there, Wormy, to do what you're doing and like fake it even better is if you're able to like push video underneath that layer and then get like a cheap little camera, like dirt cheap, like some little $10 one, and like stick it to the back of the laptop, like the back of the screen there, and just constantly shoot video in to that scene. That is on the back of it. Yeah, we can do it with the tablet camera. Yeah. Are you going to do that? Are you going to make that a feature? It'd be pretty hilarious. If it did that, I'd have to point my tablet down to the ground and light up my feet so everyone can see my feet. You don't want to give the app... Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea too, right? That might make people scratch their head why it would need access, right? Okay. Take two. I'll go put some clothes on and go grab some Zeta.
Welcome
and a yellow box.
to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Ah. Claiming the blue.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Thank you.
I think if the standard crate we can buy.
There's the gray one, but it has a lid on it.
Yeah, the only thing is just any cargo. Like, we blow the cargo, see if the cargo is still in it. So what should be seemingly safe cargo has now been detonated by the thing, spewing the white goo all over the place.
The white goo, eh?
Yep, when I shot it over here by this cop, and it just painted the floor in jizz. Well, it's not painted anymore, but he's not happy.
What was dinner? I grabbed a burger and a shake, probably about 3 o'clock. I got a steak I can throw in the air fryer because it's so delicious in the air fryer. You wouldn't believe how good it is in the air fryer. This message brought to you by Nicole's Gaming. She loves air fryer so much she would only cook her steak in an air fryer. She loves that Montreal steak spice. Oh, yeah. See, Nicole's just doesn't, and I'm going to start calling her Nicole's, just doesn't understand how good an air fryer is and how easy it is to clean and how it costs less to run. It costs less to run. It's less to run than a barbecue. I don't have to go buy the fuel. I don't have to carry it. I don't have to clean the grill. Literally, that air fryer tray, it just cleans so easy. It's like silk. Just everything just falls right off of it. And healthier, yeah. All the fat just goes straight down. It's not burning, sending more carcinogens back up onto the steak. Yeah. It's delish. It's so good. And you can do other things with it there, Nicole. Because like mine has 2 bins. I think most of them do. They're just varied on their size. But you can time it if you want. So you can have them like, you could say I want to cook this different thing here on this kind of method, and I want this over this method, and then I want them both done at this time. Done. Listen, Linda. We're gonna have
Welcome.
gonna give you a
The
nervous
airsoft
breakdown
vehicle
about air
retrieval
fryers.
system.
And then one day you're gonna go, you know what? I just used this air fryer for the first time, and he was right this whole time. I have not been efficient all these years.
Your
My
insurance
steak could have
claim
tasted
has
so
been
much
sent.
better. I bet you don't even know what Montreal steak spice is. You need to go get some of that. Let's take the Star Runner out. Actually, no, I already got the blue set up. It's already got quick everything on it.
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
But have you even tried
Your
it in
vehicle
one?
has been delivered to the following
You don't even
location.
know. Like, it has different modes on it, right? It doesn't just air fry.
Does again.
Do you know what you need to go do, though, is go bake a cake in it. I'm saying all the things to trigger you right now. Hit 'em, moms! Okay, I'm gonna go get the blue and go grab that mission. You would try a cake over a steak. What? What is wrong with you? Okay. Oh. Oh, made it. Made it. I don't know why you would do a cake in one. I think it's more like if you're doing a cake, like you just need a tiny thing as one, or you want that shape for some strange reason. But I would say again, it comes down to efficiency. Air fryer is so efficient. Like, if I was gonna do a brisket,
You are clear to launch.
I would do that on a smoker, right? Like there's things I won't mess around with. Like I do my own beef jerky. You can do that. You can, if you get the drying racks, you can definitely dry beef jerky in an air fryer. I don't think it's efficient though. At all. Yeah, I do. I bought a full dehydrator for doing jerky, and I still have the racks for my dehydrator, but I pretty much like saw that I could do it, bought the racks, and then I was like, I'm just gonna buy. I went and bought one instead. Just made more sense. Get more done.
Quantum drive is now on.
What is the deal with the display session info QR code? You can scan it and it just shows your personal session for the developers. So it's purely a dev thing. So if they're sitting watching my stream right now and they see a bug and they're like, I need to find out what's going on with Marcus's session, they can do that. It's not likely that's going to happen. More likely what would happen is if I was being super proactive on doing issue council tickets and I'm recording what I'm doing and I clip that and I put that into the ticket, the dev can pull up the session and see what was going on with that session.
Quantum drive is now on.
You can scan it with a QR code and it will tell you your session ID and all that stuff, but it won't tell you a lot of the stuff that's in there. I would assume it's going to give you, it would give a dev stats of like the ship you're in, the health, your status, the guns that are with you, the items that are around you, the way your ship's configured, things like that. So they could basically say, put me in Marcus's exact situation that he was in when he had this error and see if we can replicate it, because we think, you know, we got to do these steps to replicate it, and they go right. But that's all speculation. It won't tell us exactly what's up. Yeah. I'm not sure, but they're always gathering stats. That's why the server techs are typically pretty bad on PTU, is my understanding, is because analytics are just constantly running.
Landing gear down.
Oh, a nice little node nearby too. You just need one of these boxes, moms, or do you want 4?
One's fine. I'm gonna try a backpack full of grenades.
Landing complete.
I can't imagine that working just because of how their containers work, but I can't get out of the seat once again. Well, I'd say the server we're on is kind of poopy. No Zeta Prolinade for you, I'm sorry.
Landing complete.
I can't think of any way to get out other than to try to like Alt F4 and get back in. Which I could try.
It's up to you, unless you got something else going on. It's like 9:30.
No, I'll Alt F4 and give her a shot. It's all testing to me, man.
I'm just surprised that worked so quick on the Cutlass.
What was it, 5 or 6 hits?
Yeah, we're gonna be able to crack open them so easy. And all I got to do is transfer it to the local armistice zone. We don't even really have to shoot nobody. Can do that relatively unnoticed.
Unnoticed and quiet. You just gotta have any ship, like someone lands at one of these armistice zones, have someone just bang the back of the ship with a box and you're in. Go get them, done. Come on, let me back in the server. Let me in. Let's see what happens. I'm back at Lorville. But it left me my gear. It didn't kill me. Love it. I get on the server, someone's saying 30K. It's been up for 3 hours, yeah. That AI stretching his neck just a little bit too hard. That looked pretty strange for a second. Yeah. They're, I would say the previous patch might have been better than this.
Do not lock doors.
Not seeing any network loss. Network ping spiking to 168 there. Oh, there you go. A bunch of network loss. It's gone now.
Next stop, Tisa Spaceport.
Flying in a straight line on Daymar last night was giving me like 2.5 packet loss.
Huh. That might be interesting things to throw into your app there, Worminator, is things that might indicate tell the user that, you know, they're getting network loss. It'd probably be just one more thing for it to watch, though. It probably wouldn't be good, right?
Tisa Spaceport. Please watch your step when disembarking the train.
Delete shader cache button. That's a good idea.
Hurston Security reserves the right to search travelers at any time.
And how about a one with a one of those flip up switches that I can't remember what you call it, like to delete user folder. You're supposed to do it every patch. A flip up button and a window that says, "Are you really sure you want to delete it?" They tell you to between patches, but you better know your settings.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System.
You know, that's one thing I really don't sit there and think about the things that you need to add to your product to make it better. This is a compliment, by the way.
Your insurance claim
Because it's
has
pretty
been
awesome the
sent.
way it is.
Thank you.
There's nothing I desire for you to change about the app right now. It's good stuff. Should we go see if the cargo dupe bug? Are we done testing all that stuff? Their moms? Should we go?
Yeah, test the cargo dupe bug.
Yeah.
I'm gonna land at Lorryville and see if I can blow up this backpack full of grenades.
And access loadout services.
To the following location.
You know, let's go take being out in the Caterpillar once already today. Let's go take the MSR.
Welcome to the
It fell through the pad the other day.
Vehicle
That was an
System.
interesting one. Or do I need to customize it? I think I need to customize it.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
It's gonna be so hard to choose a path, I think, when this game launches. Like a day one path. I never used this skin. Is that Hurston Security just moved me out of the way? Let's pull everything off the blue. Oh, the blue's locked. What happens if you just let it sit there for a minute there, Wormy? Because, I got 30k on my first server, and then when I came back, it, went to the character screen and then didn't, and then it kicked me out again.
Please visit us.
Oh yeah, make sure you guys read today's patch notes. I'm gonna read off the most important thing in the patch notes that you should have read but didn't. I guarantee you a lot of you didn't. They highlighted it in a weird kind of way. This is the most important thing about this current PTU patch. Please avoid hitting the escape key while mousing over and using the shopping kiosk search function in this build, as it will cause 100% client crash. I mean, reading's hard. No one wants to really read. They just wanted to... I know, I get that. I get that. That's why I hang out here. I read off the things that I don't even want to read off to better your evening. Oh, where's my flare? No flare? Okay, where's the blue? Let's strip the blue. Upgrade one of these to a Suricon. Go strip the Inferno of another power plant. And shield. MSR is hungry. There we go. MSR ready.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle selected. Stand
Yeah, it's a pretty weird bug, eh? Don't hit escape in the search field.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
It's funny that they knew that it was a bug in that build
Welcome.
and they released it. I think I wonder how many hours it takes for them to do a build. It sounds like to me often they have like several builds going across several different machines. I wonder if that's how they do it. Like they have a build with everything that's like native to it. Thank you for that follow. They have a build with like everything that's native to it, and then they add a little bit and then do a build, see if it's stable, add a little bit, see if it's stable, see where it breaks. I mean, that'd be a great way to troubleshoot, right? Don't dump everything all together and then take a look at the mess that was made. I want lights. Where's my lights? No lights? These are the lights? MSR doesn't have lights now? Oh, whatever.
It duped the grenades, I think. Oh, never mind. I'm done. I bought some here and there, and I thought I was like, oh, it duped the grenades because I bought the exact amount.
Yeah. I'm curious if I can get out of the seat on this ship. I wonder if I was just getting stuck on the blue or this ship. I'm getting stuck in every ship. I can't get out of this MSR. Meaning I can't go buy cargo. Oh, the places we won't go. Kind of disappointing. Gonna ask in chat. I mean, I guess I could go do missions in it. That are bounty hunting.
A journey worth taking. Systems on.
It's like I'm the only one on the server that's having problems with their mobiGlass, problems getting in and out of seat, is what it feels like. Okay, we're not gonna go do a cargo run. We're gonna go do bounty hunting missions in MSR with our 2 Panthers.
We're clear to launch.
I'm gonna try that later. Put some grenades on a chest piece and then drop the chest piece in Armistice and then hit him with the cut torch.
Welcome back there, Megyan Selo. Playing on US servers, probably.
Where you at?
I took off in the MSR out of Lorville. I'm glued to this chair until I run out of water. Or
You're having
anything.
that problem in all ships.
I am, but I think it happened in the capital there too.
It's weird.
That's why I was asking in chat if anyone else was having the problem. No one is saying they're having problem getting in and out of seat, and I've left the server. It's like it's a server. I got a 4.2% loss. I can only think it's. There we go. I just got out. Okay, maybe missions are on. Let's go do some cargo now. This killing ships with 2 Panthers is gonna be a long kill. Yeah, it's gotta be just a lag spike. I think you guys are right. And I'm just getting the brunt of it somehow. Like the Moby not opening up earlier and then not being able to get out of the seat. Those are my 2 main faults tonight that I've been having. Can you buy the MSR? Yes. And you can get it in game right now.
I think the Corsair's coming in 318 as well at Area 18. We'll have to see.
Is it? I would.
They added like the Scorpius and the Corsair.
I'm surprised
Up
they
the
didn't
Vulture.
delay it for like
Was
another
it Connor?
patch.
Yeah, there was a few they added. That was like, whoa, that's early. But then we realized we've been in this patch for like 6 months.
Yep. Look, there's a 890 down there. And a freelancer. Oh, that'd be a great time to go grab the ballista, set up, wait for the 890 to leave. How's that for desync, everyone? That's not a pilot flying away, that's desync. I bet you we go up to the pad and it'll be back at the ground. If I can get out of the seat. I can't get out of the seat. Yeah, you're right. It is military stuff. Would they put the MSR in there for Invictus? I'm betting they won't unless they consider data running part of military ops. I don't think they did last year. See, look. Ship's back on pad. I'm just going to make sure that I'm not crazy and that my keybinds are actually correct. Y, exit seat, yeah. Tap or hold. Modifier 3 is alt. Really? The Vulcan's coming out for Invictus? Arian Klein, how's it going? 07s?
I believe that when I see it.
Yeah.
They haven't even introduced drone gameplay. Show me the money!
Wormy's trolling. Acting like he has some insider info. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm stuck in my seat again.
Oh, we'd have to get somebody to wear the chest thing with the grenades on it, right?
To wear what? Sorry?
To wear the chest piece with the grenades on it and see if we can blow it up with the cutting tool.
I don't think that'll matter. I mean, I don't think that'll happen.
You can try. I'm gonna try to kill a guard with a backpack.
Is there no exit seat button on the MSR? showing network loss of like 1% just sitting here. This is why I'm not able to. It's just a bad server. I tried. Yeah, modifier alt hold Y. I'll load up the app here and see if it'll get me out, but it's the same button, so it's just straight not recognizing stuff. Server issue. Here, let me fly around and then let the game catch up and have me get out of the seat while I'm flying around.
Landing gear up.
Loading up game touch controller to check. See it if it can save me.
Landing gear down.
Should honestly head over here and break into this 890 and freelancer right in front of these people.
Complete.
Except I can't get out of the seat.
Launch complete. Landing complete.
Well, it's back to bounty hunting missions.
Launch complete. Landing gear up.
Bounty hunting missions with 2 Panthers. We got this. They're only the beginning ones. I need the flight practice anyways with using the rudder rudder pedals.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
So it didn't blow up the ones on my chest piece. Like I did, I threw it on the ground and sat beside a guard, and their grenades didn't catastrophic.
Locked.
The pin has to be pulled on them for them to actually do anything, is what you're saying?
Maybe. I mean, I have to do like a direct test with them. I thought they've exploded before with the direct contact, but I tried to get a guy to help me with that, and he was not very bright.
Or like hold these grenades.
No, I was like, put this chest on and equip some grenades, and he was like, what? I was like, oh my god, it's one of those days. Where's your mop, bro? You start mopping the floor. Got no patience for people like that.
Target destroyed. Attack on shields.
A prospector.
Knocking a guy around the floor with a mining attachment.
Target destroyed.
Just with a mining attachment?
Within the tractor beam. Chasing them around the station.
Bill.
Nobody even notice these things here.
I really miss having my yaw on the stick.
Attack on shields.
Feels
Attack on
so
shields.
inaccurate.
Target destroyed. Contact. 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 Contact.
Thank you for the lurk.
I'll push the burrito guy up the station.
Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Let's see if I can get out of the seat now. No, not even the app can get me out. Nothing get me out. I'm stuck. That was not what I wanted.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
This will be good. 80. It's gonna get us an 80 right here.
Quantum travel engaged.
Except it
Quantum
didn't.
travel complete.
Try this again.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel.
Oh, it doesn't want to let us do a half jump.
Contact. Quantum travel engaged. Quantum
I
travel
even
complete.
stopped it. Oh my god. No half jumps. One more time.
Quantum travel engaged.
There's just too much
Quantum
desync.
travel complete.
Oh, looks like we're flying manually. Actually, let's go kill this pirate.
I shot one of the mining attachments into the railing by the stairs,
Yeah,
like close to the terminal,
yeah.
and it shot really like Mach 5 back at me and killed.
It killed you.
It came back at me so fast. I can't see chat no more.
Contact.
These AI are
Contact. Contact.
jousting each other. Oh, time. That was painful. They need to increase the quantum speed by 10 so we can test something other than being in quantum for 10 minutes. Yeah, it's that mix of creating like expectations, right? Um, yeah, I can't get any missions then other than bounty hunting. I'm stuck to this seat. Anyways, I think I might take a break and go edit some of these little funny things that we've seen tonight. Been sitting down for 3 hours and 45 minutes. Should probably go move, eat dinner, things like that. I'll be on Discord if you guys need to get a hold of me. And if this is your first time to the stream runs 24/7. That's why it's always on. That's why you always see it. I'm not always here. Typically, I'm here 8 p.m. Mountain Time. Play for 2 or 3 hours. Just depends on what's happening, but it's just about every night right now. You can catch my shorts on YouTube. You can catch the streams on YouTube without the music. And make sure you get in on the giveaway for the reclaimer. Exclamation mark reclaimer. For that link, it'll be reclaimer with LTI. Also, in that same giveaway, but extra giveaways, we're drawing for 3 STV ground vehicles. And probably some product keys I'm going to buy from Worminator there for Game Touch Controller. I'm guessing the majority of them will be Android based. What else is going on? I started a website called Ship Hanger that basically is just a link to a open Discord. If you guys are looking for work down the road or have work to offer people, that'll be a place to do it. There'll be dispatchers there accepting tips in UEC. Yeah, if you guys are interested in that, go check it out. Yeah, we did. We hit 15 earlier, yes. We already did the giveaway. I gotta reset that. Yeah, what else to say? If you're looking for an org, mine's Mandalorian themed, and it's PMC, but transport and mining is a backbone. Exclamation mark org for that link. And the stream doesn't end. I'm just gonna set up the Twitch channel points right now. But basically we'll switch it over to the verse, which is basically all of the more recent videos from CIG in the last couple of years, and citizen cons, vehicle commercials, things like that. You guys will continue to earn viewership points for the reclaimer giveaway, so just watch 24/7, which is what everyone is doing. Let me just turn on these points. You'll be able to actually control what we're watching using your Twitch points. And where is it? Viewer rewards, channel points. And eventually I'll be slipping in my own content in there, help videos and things like that. I tried slipping in the shorts from YouTube today, but it wants to align everything to the left on the canvas, so I'm not gonna do that. I'll figure out something else for content to put in there. So if you guys want to watch any of my YouTube shorts, you have to go to YouTube to catch them. There's a lot of good ones, and they're like 15 seconds to a minute long, so it's a great way to catch up on content you might have missed. But for now, I am turning on those channels. We also have the latest Inside Star Citizen, Star Citizen Live, Road to 4.0 on there. All the Citizen Cons. They're turned on. They're ready to go. I'm gonna go back going to some video editing and uploading to YouTube. Did they spin for the bonus on the giveaway? They did, and they got the Banu Merchantman to Hammerhead upgrade. It's a $25 upgrade. If they use it, then it's a $50 upgrade currently. Yeah, so it technically worked out in their favor, and they got 75 tickets for the Reclaimer giveaway for that. Yeah, so they went up. If they apply it, they went up. If they just melt it, then they get 25 bucks out of it. So not a terrible trade. Anyways, 07s everyone. Like I said, I'll be on Discord if you need to talk to me. It's everyone's welcome. All the time. Come chat, say hello. Okay, here we go. Here's the verse. Good night, everyone. 07s.